All right, let's dive right in. In this explainer, we're going to break down 7 key strategies to help you gain true control over your financial life. And look, it doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, or even 70, these principles are timeless. But they all start with one single, really fundamental question.
So, who's really in control? Is it you or is it your money? I want you to really pause and think about that for a second. Are you the one calling the shots, or do you feel like you're always just reacting to bills, to debts, to whatever expense pops up? This question is the real starting point, because the answer tells you everything about whether your money is your servant or if it's become your master.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? There are really only 2 paths. When your money is a servant, it's a tool. It works for you, even while you sleep, building your future, and honestly, it brings peace of mind. But when it's the master, oh man, it controls you. It creates that constant nagging anxiety, and it dictates what you can and can't do with your life. The whole game is about making that critical shift from being on the right side of this slide to living on the left.
And the stakes here, they're incredibly high. This isn't just some philosophical exercise. For a staggering 7 out of 10 American retirees, not having a plan means they're relying almost entirely on Social Security. That's the default outcome, the path of least resistance. But here's the good news. It absolutely does not have to be your outcome.
So, how do we change course? Well, the solution begins right here, between your ears. It's all about mindset. See, this isn't about needing a huge raise or winning the lottery. True financial well-being is, at its core, a matter of decision and discipline, not the size of your paycheck.
I mean, this says it all, right? This was the core lesson from the mentor in the source material. You could earn $1 million a year and end up with nothing. Or you can have a pretty modest income and build an incredible legacy. It just all comes down to your habits, your discipline. Ultimately, it's about what you do with what you've got.
Oh, I absolutely love this quote. You know why? Because it just smashes the biggest excuse we all tell ourselves: it's too late for me. This analogy just completely dismantles that whole idea. Sure, the best time to start was way back then, but the next best time, the only one you and I have any control over, it's right now. It's today.
Okay, so with that mindset locked in, let's get practical. We're going to cover the first 3 foundational strategies. I want you to think of these like pouring the concrete foundation for your entire financial house. You got to get this part right.
First up is the 70% rule. It's simple. Learn to live on 70% of your after-tax income. The other 30%, it gets a specific job. 10% goes to capital. That's money you put to work for you. Another 10% goes right back into you, your education, your skills. And the last 10%, that goes to charity, because learning how to give opens up the channel to receive. This isn't just a budget, you see. It's a whole philosophy that turns you from just being a consumer into a builder.
Next, we've got 2 absolutely crucial actions. First, it's not just save, it's save and grow. You don't just stash your cash under the mattress, you put it to work, automatically and with discipline. It has to be a non-negotiable part of your life. And second, you have to study money. Let's face it, most of us weren't taught this stuff in school, so you got to take responsibility for your own financial education. The goal isn't to become some Wall Street genius, it's just to stop being a financial victim.
And this quote just ties it all together perfectly. You can have all the goals in the world, but they mean absolutely nothing without the discipline to actually do the work. Discipline isn't a punishment. No, it's the bridge. It's the thing that carries you from where you are right now to where you truly want to be. Okay, so once you've poured that solid foundation of control, you can start to build on top of it. These next 4 strategies, they're all about switching from playing defense to playing offense. We're moving from just managing your money to actively creating wealth and real security.
So here are the growth strategies in a nutshell. First, you've got to plan your money before it disappears. Give every single dollar a job, so you're the one in command. Second, create assets, not just savings, and we're going to dig into that one in a sec. Third, you have to track everything. Your financial statements are just a mirror reflecting your habits back at you. You can't improve what you don't measure. And finally, think in terms of legacy. Start asking bigger questions, like how your wealth can impact future generations, not just your own bills. Let's break down that big idea of an asset.
You know, a lot of people hear the word asset, and they immediately think of stocks or real estate, and that can feel kind of intimidating. But the definition is actually way broader and much simpler. An asset is just anything that puts money in your pocket or adds value, even when you're not actively working on it.
And this right here, this is a game changer. It reframes our most valuable resource, our own experience. Your life experience, the skills you've picked up, the knowledge you have. If you just structure it, it can become a really powerful income-generating asset. You can teach what you know. You can start a small side business based on a hobby. You can package your expertise into something valuable. It's all about turning what you already have into something that works for you. Now, this quote might sound a little harsh, but it's such a crucial mindset check. When you're faced with a challenge, what's your first reaction? Do you see an excuse, a reason why it can't be done? Or do you look for the opportunity hidden inside? This isn't about how much money is in your bank account right now. It's about the mindset you bring to creating value in the world.
All right, we've covered the mindset, we've covered the strategies, but listen, knowledge without action, it's just entertainment. So let's turn all this knowledge into real power. In this section, we're going to build a super practical plan you can start using literally today.
So, let's start with a little honest self-assessment. We're going to look at a few key areas of your financial life, and I want you to find the one that feels the weakest. Now, this isn't about judging yourself, not at all. It's just about getting clear. Identifying that weak link is always the first step to making the whole chain stronger.
Okay, here it is, your financial mirror. I want you to grab a piece of paper, or just do it in your head. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you honestly rate yourself in each of these areas? 1 means, yikes, this is a real struggle. And 10 means, I feel totally confident and consistent here. Come on, be honest. This is just for you. This one simple act is going to point you exactly where you need to focus your energy first.
Now that you've got your scores, here's your mission for the next 7 days. It's a simple 3-step plan. First, find your lowest score. Second, write down just one small, specific action you can take to improve it. So if your score for expenses was low, maybe your action is track every single dollar I spend. And third, do it. Do it consistently, every single day for 1 week. Remember, it's the small, consistent disciplines that create massive change over time.
And this brings us to the final, and honestly, the most empowering idea of all. When you take control of your finances, you stop being just a passenger in your own life. You become the architect, actively designing and building the exact future that you want.
This quote just sums up the entire philosophy, doesn't it? You are the architect. Your thoughts, they're the blueprint. Your daily actions, those are your tools. And your life itself, that's the project you are creating, one brick at a time.
So, I'll leave you with this one last question. Based on everything we've talked about, what's the first brick you're going to lay today? What is that one small action you're going to take right now to start building the life that you've designed? The power? It's in your hands. So go on. Start now.